All right, Honors Econ. I hope you guys are good. We're going to get into a little bit of notes today. So be ready for that. Remember, you'll turn those in on Friday. This Friday, we'll do a quiz. You'll see on the next slide, or the next couple of slides, what's going to actually be on that. So kind of a review sheet for you. And in fact, I want to review a little bit. So you got all of these terms in front of you. We've gotten into this personal finance unit, right? So be able to define these, right? What is a bank? A bank is just a private company that offers a whole host of financial products, things like checking accounts, savings accounts, car loans, student loans, right? Home loans, which is called a mortgage, right? Banks offer all these things, right? A credit union offers the same stuff as a bank, but they're owned by the members. They're not really for profit, right? So which is the better one to go with? Well, if you can be a member of a credit union, right? You meet whatever that membership requirement is. With a credit union, you're likely to get more favorable loans if you have bad credit history, and you're likely to get better rates than you would if you went with the bank. The reason being is the credit union exists to really help its members financially. The bank exists in order to earn a profit. Okay, payday loans, right? State of Georgia wants you to know what payday loans are. So you're in a pinch and you're not getting paid till Friday and it's Monday and you need some car repairs in order to get to work so you don't lose your job. You may go get a payday loan. The bad thing about a payday loan is you're probably going to pay a really pretty high interest rate. Right? I don't really recommend it. Most people in this situation, they're going to use a credit card. An advantage of a credit card is that it's something you can use in an emergency. But if your credit's bad enough that you couldn't get a credit card, you can maybe go get a payday loan in order to get the car fixed, so then you can then go to work and not lose your job. A title pawn lender, this would be if you were like in a really bad situation, like you just all out lost your job, but you own your car outright. You can go to the title pawn lender, you can hand over the title to your car. Now they own your car, and what you do is you pay them back for the full amount that they basically paid you for the car. You essentially sold them your car, and you're going to buy it back from them. And when you sold them your car, they're going to give you the value of your car. Again, somebody would use this if they were really in dire straits financially, they lost their job, something like that. Again, I hope you're not finding yourself in a situation like this where you have to go to a title pawn lender. Probably a bad idea. Again, the reason being is you're going to get a really high interest rate. Okay, progressive taxes. If you saw from the video yesterday, right, progressive taxes, this is going to be our income taxes in the United States. They're progressive. Here's what that means. The more money you make, the higher percentage of your income is going to be taxed. So our top earners in the United States, if you're a millionaire, you're going to pay 37% in taxes, where if you make $10,000 or less, you're going to pay 10% of your money in taxes. All right, so that's progressive taxes. Regressive taxes, an example would be our sales tax. Okay, so it's a flat tax, so everybody pays the same. So state sales taxes are considered regressive. They're considered more impactful on the low-income earners in society, whereas progressive taxes are considered more impactful on the high earners in society. Proportional taxes. This means we all pay the same percent. Our Social Security taxes in the United States are considered proportional. We all pay 6.2% to the government. All right, so if you're making $10,000 a year, you're going to pay $620 in Social Security, versus if you're making $100,000 a year, you're going to pay $6,200 to Social Security. All right, today we're going to get into how to create a budget. All right, a couple things you need to be able to define here, so you're going to write this stuff down. Gross income. This is your income before taxes. So if you say, hey, I make $100,000 a year, you're telling somebody your gross income, but you're not telling them that the federal government's going to take 30% of that. And then once you tell them what you're making after taxes, now you're telling them your net income. So when you create a budget, you really don't want to start with your gross income. You want to start with your net income, because your taxes have already been taken out once you've received your paycheck. So you start with your net income, and then from there, you work through your fixed and variable expenses. Fixed expenses are payments that do not vary from month to month, not vary from month to month. So payments that do not vary from month to month. So think about your personal, if you have some fixed expenses you already pay that don't vary from month to month. For you guys, it'd probably be something like your cell phone bill. It's probably the same every month. For me, it'd be like my mortgage, my home loan. It's the same amount every month. For me, it'd be, my cell phone as well. It doesn't vary from month to month. My car payment does not vary from month to month. These are fixed expenses. Okay, so I just know that these are payments I have to make. Variable expenses are payments that vary from month to month. And the reason being is you have some discretion in how much you spend. For example, things like food. If you decide you're going to go eat Chick-fil-A every day, your variable expenses are going to be pretty high versus if you just simply go to Aldi and buy their version of ramen noodles. Then that variable expense is going to be pretty low. So you take your net income, you subtract your fixed expenses, right? Those things that do not vary from month to month. You subtract your variable expenses where you do have some discretion, and then what is left over, now you can make savings goals with that, all right? And what we'll get into tomorrow is we'll get into the types of investments you can put your money into in order to achieve those savings goals, all right? So that's it for today. Just get these notes down. We'll review all of this again tomorrow. Again, we'll have a quiz this Friday coming up. Obviously, it'll be on Canvas. Hope you guys are doing well.